Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Dear student, please subscribe our channel Sindh College Lectures on YouTube. I am Khadija Jamali, lecturer of Commerce, Government Girls Degree College, Nawab Shah, Shahid Benazirabad. Subject Accounting, Class Inter-Commerce, Topic Chapter 1, Partnership Formation. Contents: number 1, definition of partnership; number 2, reason of partnership formation; number 3, significant features of partnership; number 4, partnership contract, agreement or deed; number 5, investment by partners. Now the chapter 1, partnership formation. There are 3 types of a business organization are common in Pakistani business. There are is under number 1, sole proprietorship or one man business; number 2, partnership; number 3, corporation or former name joint stock company. In this chapter we shall concentrate on the accounting problem related to the partnership. Our partnership business runs under the Partnership Act 1932. Partnership has been defined in Section 4 of Partnership Act as under: partnership is the relation between persons who have agreed to share the profit of a business carried on by all or any of them acting for all. In analysis of this definition, bring out the following 4 elements. Number 1, there must be agreement, written or oral. There are two types of agreements. And there must be a legal business. The business must be controlled by all, some or any one of them. The object of business to share the income of a business. Now, the partnership is a business arrangement in which 2 or more people own an entity and personality share in its profit and losses and risks. The number of partners in a firm shall not exceed 20. In partnership business, having more than 20% are partner, that is business is illegal business. Minimum number is 2 and maximum number is 20 in general business. But in banking business, minimum number is 2 and maximum number is 10. And second point is here, the sharing the profit and loss. Sharing the profit and loss is equally among the partners if the partnership deed is silent or there is no agreement, then equally distribution the profit among the partners. If there is an agreement, then the distribution of profit is on per capita rule. Suppose here example, I explain with an example how to share the profit and loss. There are 3 partners here. Name is A, B and C. Mr. A invests 50,000 and Mr. B invests 30,000 and Mr. C invests 20,000. If there is no agreement or agreement is silent, then profit which is 50,000 distribute equally among all these 3 partners, the ratio of 1:1:1. If agreement according to per capita, then we calculate that ratio among these 3 partners. We calculate the ratio 5, 3 and 2. All zeros are cancelled. 5 plus 3 plus 2 is equal to 10, means 10 parts. We divide 50,000 which is annual profit into 10 equal parts. Here, how many profit go to Mr. A, which is a partner? A is equal to net profit is a 50,000 and share of Mr. A is a 5, total part is 10. 50,000 into 5 divided by 10 is equal to 25,000. And Mr. B, 50,000 is the annual profit, 3 is their ratio and 10 is the equal part. So 50,000 into 3 divided by 10 is equal to 15,000, which go to Mr. B. And Mr. C, 50,000 is the annual profits, 2 is a ratio which we calculate and 10 is equal parts. 50,000 into 2 divided by 10 is equal to 10,000. All of this 25,000 plus 15,000 plus 10,000 equal to 50,000, which is our net profit or annual profit. If the sum of all these is not equal to 50,000, then we take a mistake in this problem. If the sum is equal to 50,000, then our problem is right. Now, a reason for partnership formation. In the professional institution, which is the factor of personal services in partnership form of an organization is a widely used is business or of lawyers, income tax advisor, doctors, public and private accountants, repair and maintenance workshops, centers, manufacturing business. Partnership are very popular because they effort to mean of combining a capital and abilities of two or more persons. Perhaps the most common factor which impact the business to seek a partner in the lack of a sufficient capital of own to the carry of his own business. Persons who have entered in partnership with another are called individually partners and collectively a firm, and the name under which business is carried on it called the firm's name. Firm's name often include certain words: Khan and Company, Rahman and Sons, etc. Now, the significant features of a partnership. Here, ease of formation, which is number one. When two or more than two persons agree to become a partner in a partnership automatically created, it is a mutually understanding among the partners and requiring to the legal formality of a forming. Number two, combine judgmental and managerial skill. An old idiom, two hats are better than one. In most of the cases, two or more persons complement each other in securing maximum operational efficiency. Number three, legal capital or large capital. The capital can easily be double or increased by bringing the additional owns. Number four, youngsters can enter in business. New blood can be infused into the business by admitting the partners. Number two, mutual agency. The partnership is bound in the act of the partner as long as these acts are within the scope of normal operation. Unlimited liability and then limited life. These are the significant features of a partnership. Article of a partnership or partnership contract agreement. Partnership business come into accent by agreement in writing or oral. However, in order to avoid the future dispute and to run the business smoothly by quick decision, it is a highly desirable to have a agreement among the partners. The written agreement is known as partnership agreement, deed or partnership contract or article of a partnership. It is a draft by commercial lawyer, income tax advisor, income advisors, tax advisors, and also to come other lawyers so that stamps can be according to the Stamps Act. As in this article, partnership will generally cover the following points. Number one, the name of firm. Number two, the name of partners. Number three, the nature of a business. Number four, the address of a business. Number five, duration of the business. Number six, investment of capital by each partner. Number seven, the ratio of sharing the income and losses of a business. Number eight, the ratio of interest on drawing on capital and partner's loan if any. Number nine, procedure of accounts and name of the partner who will control. Number 10, name of the partners or partner who will control the business bank account. Number 11, partners' salaries, if any. Number 12, distribution of business activities among partners. Number 13, matters relating to the retirement, death and admission of the partner. Number 14, the procedure of a settlement of a accounts on dissolution. Investment by partner capital are contributed by partner. There are two types of a investment made by the partner. Number 1, initial investment. Number 2, additional investment. In initial investment, number 1, it means the capital controlled by partner at the time of starting of a business. Number 2, additional investment. It means the capital contributed by the partner during the functioning of a partnership business to meet the financial requirement of a business. So here we solve the problems. Accounting formation of partnership. Accounting for cash contributions. Suppose Mr. Khan and Mr. Rahman agreed to form partnership business and brought cash rupees 140,000 and 160,000 respectively. Solution. Entries for the formation of a partnership. Cash 1,40,000 debit, which is debit, and Khan's capital 1,40,000, which is credit, investment by Khan. And cash 1,60,000, Rahman's capital 1,60,000, that is credit, investment by Rahman, or compound entry. In compound entry, we plus or add the cash and other capitals. Cash of 140,000 plus 160,000, here 3 lakh, and capital, Khan's capital is 140,000, Rahman's capital is 130,000, that is investment by Khan's and Rahman's. This is accounting for cash contribution. And second one, the accounting for non-cash contribution. In non-cash contribution, Sabah and Diba agreed to form a partnership business, and it is agreed that Sabah would contribute her investment rupees 45,000 in cash and would transfer her furniture costing rupees 42,000, depreciated cost of 9,000. Partners agreed to cost of 30,000, which reflect the market value. Diba would contribute the investment rupees 50,000 in cash and would transfer his building worth rupees 42,000 at an agreed market value. We solve this problem in this way. Cash of Miss Sabah's 45,000 and furniture's cost is 30,000. So Sabah's capital 45,000 plus 30,000 is equal to 75,000. This is the investment by Sabah. And now the cash of Miss Diba is 50,000 and building's cost is 42,000. So Diba's capital is 92,000. That is the investment by Diba. Our compound entry in which we plus both cash, which is 45,000 plus 50,000 is equal to 95,000. Furniture cost 30,000, buildings cost 42,000, and Sabah's capital 75,000, Diba's capital 92,000. Investment by Sabah and Diba. This is compound entry, and that is the entries value. Thank you very much.